Happy VA Wednesday. So today we're going to be talking about, are VA loans only good if you have no money to put down? So a lot of times people think, oh, well, I have money to put down, so I don't need to go VA, right? And that's a mistake. And today we're going to be talking about when it makes sense to still go VA and why, okay? So first I'm going to talk about jumbo loans. Now, a lot of people don't realize that VA removed loan limits in 2020. So if your VA benefit is not currently tied up, meaning that it's not associated with another home, there's no limit, okay? Now, lenders have limits. So for instance, right now, our company's happy to do loans $2 million and under with 0% down VA. How crazy is that though? Like we're doing $1.8 million loans with nothing down, right? And you're like, wow, that's great. But Jen, I have 20% to put down. Okay, do them side by side. So look, if I'm looking at a jumbo loan, let's say that we're doing $2 million and you've got $400K to put down. So I'm looking at a 1/6 loan amount. With VA, my rate is traditionally going to be lower than jumbo. Okay, and that's just because our VA rates are smoking. So I'm going to get a lower rate here. If you get VA disability, you would be exempt from the funding fee. So this is going to win again. Okay, because we're going to win with the lower rate. Also, there are less hoops to jump through with a VA jumbo loan versus a regular jumbo loan. There is, you can have a lower credit score. You can not have as much reserves. You can not do 20% down. And that's what it works out to a lot, because sometimes people go, oh, well, if you're buying a house that big, you want to put that much down. Not necessarily. Like I've had quite a few CEOs who are former veterans. Well, they're not former veterans, they're veterans, who are veterans who've elected to not put money down because they want to keep their money in stocks or assets or whatever they have going on and keep that money working for them rather than putting it towards the house. They're not worried about the payment. They'd rather just keep their money invested. Okay, so VA is great for that. Now, if you are not exempt from the funding fee, meaning you get no disability, at that point we've got to look at the real rate differences between the two programs. And the reason is that with even with 20% down, VA will have a 1.4% funding fee. Okay, now that can make sense depending on where rates are. So at that point we would compare, traditional versus VA to see with the 1.4, is this rate so much better that this still wins? Okay, but it's a discussion, and what happens a lot is you guys might be working with lenders that don't do VA, so they're like, oh, well, you have 20%, you don't need to do VA. And it's not about need, it's about what financial option makes the most money sense for you. Not the lender, for you, okay? So that's how I look at jumbo, is I look at all the different options, okay? And we math it out. It's that simple. It's a math problem again. The other thing is, like, with jumbo, if you're going up to 2 million, there's no 5% program. There's not a 10% right now. I was doing pricing this morning on a 10% jumbo loan that was not VA. Oh my goodness, it was up to 1 million, so I was looking in Texas. Anyways, the rate was crazy. It was like, it was not pretty. VA, beautiful, beautiful. I think VA jumbo loans are like, not enough people know about them. They are the most magical thing I have seen in lending probably ever, just in terms of like what they're competing against. So that's the first one. Second, let's talk about just VA versus conventional. We're going to run into the same thing. So sometimes people go, oh, well, my realtor said I should do conventional and I can do 3% down. Cool. Is your real estate agent going to pay that extra mortgage insurance payment you have to make every month? Curious. They're not. You are. Whenever you're doing a conventional loan with less than 20% down, you're going to have monthly mortgage insurance. And the amount that costs is going to be based on your credit score and debt to income. VA does not have monthly mortgage insurance, so you have a lower monthly payment. The other thing is, conventional is very tight on credit scores. VA, not so much. Once again, the rate here should be lower than over here. And if a lender says, oh, well, conventional rates are lower than VA, it's because they're ripping off veterans. It's that simple. There's no reason conventional rates should ever be lower than VA. Ever. VA it's an insured loan by the government. Like, you cannot get safer than that. It's that simple. So really watch out for that, because a lot of times, like, I don't think real estate agents are trying to be malicious, okay? And I feel like I do need to preface that, because a lot of times people go, oh, those real estate agents. Guys, they don't know the math. They don't know how the loan programs work. Their job is to find you the house. It's my job to do the math, okay? So they don't necessarily realize, oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh no. Sorry, I'm not stopping because I think I'm on a roll here. They don't necessarily realize that going conventional is going to cost you more per month. Okay. And you may be like, why don't they know that? That's like so basic and easy. Well, guys, it's not what they're trained on. It's that simple. It's not what they're trained on. And there are some real estate agents that are starting to get into mortgages and learning more in order to educate themselves to help their clients. I've got a lot who follow me. Hello, guys. But yeah, VA is going to be cheaper for you because you are not going to have monthly mortgage insurance. Period. Now, what if you go, okay, well, Jen, the funding fee, I don't get disability. What about that funding fee? If you do 5% down with VA, the funding fee goes down to 1.65%. If you do 10% down, it goes to 1.4%. So we can always look at the math too and go, okay, is the lower rate and no mortgage insurance, does it still make sense with that funding fee versus conventional? 9 out of 10 times it does. Okay, but we math it out. It's that simple. We can math it out. Okay, now sometimes people go, well, I don't know if I should do FHA or VA. The only time I am going to be potentially pro FHA over VA is if you're trying to buy a duplex and you need the income to qualify. That's it. Okay, I am going to go VA pretty much every day because VA, once again, does not have monthly mortgage insurance and FHA does. So it's important that you guys know that with VA, you can put money down, you know, because sometimes people are like, well, I didn't know you could put money down with VA. You can put money down with VA and still get great benefits with it as a loan. It's not just a good loan if you're doing 0 down. It's a great loan for a variety of reasons. You know, we haven't even talked about the fact that with VA, you can do an interest rate reduction loan where there's no appraisal and no income documentation. It's the only loan where if rates go down, they're like, yeah, let's get you that lower rate without torturing you. So a lot of magic to it, but it's important that you guys know, make sure you're working with a lender who's looking at all options. And look, there are times where I will say, actually, VA is not the best option here. I will say it. I will. You know, I don't have just like VA blinders on where I'm like VA, VA, VA. I have my math headset on, okay? And that is what I'm looking at. What is gonna save you guys money? What's gonna make your monthly payment most affordable? And what makes financial sense for your future? And that's what it should be, okay? If you guys are working with a lender that's just like, what do you want? I don't know, you can go like an order taker. This is your biggest financial decision. It's not a burger at McDonald's, right? You need someone who's going to take the time, energy, and effort to help you guys plan. So I don't want to go too long. I've already sneezed. I probably need an allergy tablet. I am licensed. I love saying this. You guys know I do. I am licensed in 48 states to do mortgages. So I am happy to help you. My team is happy to help you. We love mortgages. You guys know that. I love VA too. So we're here to help. Please reach out. Thanks for watching, guys.